Alright, what's going on, guys? Всем shalom, всем привет. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? Buen, gracias, whatever. Okay, I'm back. This is the second video that I'm actually delivering on my promise. Kind of locked in. It's Tuesday, May 19th. It smells like smoke right now because of the fire, but I digress. Okay, so today we're gonna be going over some of my training notes from Claude 101. Yeah, I low-key locked in on Anthropic's course, and it's low-key kind of fun. Learned about all new shit. This is just gonna be on the first part of the course. I've taken notes for every single part of the course that certified me. There's a heap load of notes, but I'm not still done with it. I don't know how many more hours I'm into it, but I think it's gonna take me like at least a week to finish. I'm hoping to knock it all out. This is just the beginner course, mind you. This isn't the affiliate program or whatever whatever the next tier bullshit is. This is like Claude 101 training, just basic training on how to use the thing. Like some things that I have about Claude, it's fucking awesome. But it is stupid. Um, there was Actually, that would be discussed in a later video, to be honest with you guys, my critiques with it. But so far, I do like Claude, but it does have a lot of limitations, and its usage is fucking horrible. I maxed out my usage the other day, but it was my fault. I was using a wrong prompt, so it might not be Claude's issue. But I'm, I don't know how I want this note setup to be. I think I'm gonna just read them out and then just talk more about what I want. I left some comments on these notes, so I think this would be fun. 15 pages of notes to do with you guys. So my Claude training notes, what Claude can do. Claude can collaborate with your social media posts, emails, complex reports, and be trained in the direction of personal tone, and can be created by abstraction and clarity. This is fucking awesome, in my opinion, because you could let it do your homework in theory and just like be a fucking retard. It would just surface the web for you with its agents and collect all the info that you need, which is, in my opinion, beautiful. Uh, Claude helps research angles. So basically, you have up to 1 million tokens, by the way, with the max feature. With the pro feature that I have, I think it's like 250K. And you could basically upload any document into the into Claude, and it will summarize and analyze data from it. It's pretty fucking awesome. You could like you could tell it to import. There's a second brain. All that bullshit's fucking crazy. Like this is like the like there's like a surface level to AI that I knew, and then after even like partial training through this is just the beginner stuff into Claude coding and into Claude everything, bro. It's like fucking just a whole nother bubble. It's fucking crazy. Um, yeah, Claude coding is the most popular of the new coding models of the AI. It's best coding model in the world, strongest performance in the world with real world tasks. Write, debug, and explain everything. Um, Let me see where okay, my notes are starting to get here. So, or not my notes, my comments that I left. Claude's problem solving and reasoning. Claude handles complex cognitive tasks, mathematical problems, and stuff like that, like in any AI would. But it has an extended thinking feature where it's gonna research the web for you and see what is the best is the best step by step that requires the task to be complete or whatever. Um, what I wrote is basically Claude grabs like four separate agents going off what those four agents find and researches more until it has a four perspective and however many perspective it wants on a specific topic that you need for research. So that's going into a later thing that I into a later course. The courses kind of overlap. I don't like how they're like throwing everything at you at once, but this is the introduction, so we'll let it be. But the course is fucking fire. I like if you wanna learn how to use Claude, I feel like this is it. Like I'm not into the Claude aspect for money or generating money off it. That would be fucking sick too. But I kind of want to learn it and like know the ins and outs of AI mostly, not like as a business aspect. As a business aspect, I feel like I'm gonna still keep doing features. This is just not like a side project, but like a dope fucking thing to do, in my opinion. Um, Claude has a mobile app. There's a thing called Dispatch, and with that Dispatch, if your laptop is on, you could write it a prompt, and that prompt will be done on your computer, basically from your phone, like an open claw. Same thing. Um, Claude Code is basically a energetic coding tool that is designed for developers, but can be used to manipulate the directly on your MacBook and manipulate and create comments. Basically, when you're not on the setup and you need something to do that requires a setup, so the Cloud Dispatch, Claude and Slack, basically. I even my comment on this. By the way, I'm gonna link the notes in the description. By the way, my comment on this was like bullshit that I don't need. It's a Slack, a Claude and Slack. It basically is like a team. I'm a solo guy, solo dolo in this adventure, so you don't need that. Mm. Writing a good prompt with Claude. Setting the stage. There's a context that Claude should know. Basically like define like parts like defining a task, like and analyzing its performance. Specify the rules and what style you want them in. That's important too because the dopest thing about Claude, I say that you don't have to communicate it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Everything about the project, the planning, the execution, and is shown to you at the beginning before Claude starts his project. That's amazing. I feel like you could get lost and deviate and like go a separate way into the project that you want. In this, you just get what you want when you first started. Um, when you upload specific documents in the chat with Claude, consider them as concepts in that specific chat, or it considers them as concepts in that specific chat. There's a really dope fucking thing called the Claude.md file. It runs with your projects. Where your project is basically where you're working on, and you want the chat more focused on that. You could re-enter a project and stuff like that. But that's a really dope fucking like that's really dope that it does that. Claude's models breakdowns, the obvious is for complex tasks like writing programs. I think I fucking used the wrong fucking model and it fucking fried my thing. I like max usage of my fucking data in like within like minutes. It was fucking fucked and I couldn't use the fucking thing for 5 hours. But now like like after this like I feel like it should be fire. Obvious is complete tasks for like for example running a multi-step financial analysis, like basically like going through your PDFs and shit and fucking just extracting the data, putting them into Microsoft Excel or Microsoft 360, M65 or M365. Um, Cloud Sonnet is the default. It balances with the capabilities with cost effectiveness, like for everyday tasks. Like Sonnet, I don't know. Everyday tasks, like I feel like it means like for questions. Well, no fucking shit, like for your everyday questions, but I don't know. That's a good model. And then there's a thinking model like that, like it goes into like think mode and then like it thinks through the web. That's where it fucking generates the four sub agents and then it goes on to that whole thing and gives you the most information. That's the thinking tool. The more ways to talk about Claude, I don't think I'm gonna get into that just yet. Like I feel like if I publish the notes, I mean, fuck it. Like Claude is powerful and like it just collaborates with your capabilities across all your work. Like you want a file done, boom. You wanna pull up a file or create a file, boom. Just write it and it does it. You wanna organize your fucking files, boom. Just knocks it the fuck out. Okay, and then best approach like to speaking to it is like you're talking to your friend or coworker and like providing a lot of examples and naturally and consistently like Claude too. It has a Claude.md. Whatever fucking it's like a different Claude.md that runs on your PC locally, and it could remember I think it remembers some stuff, but that's in a deeper lesson too. But like the Claude.md files go deep. That shit is deep. And but best way to approach Claude is like you're talking to someone, but be serious and be stern and obviously don't deviate. Before your next conversation with Claude, consider setting the stage, your role, your objective, and your context, defining the task, what action you want Claude to take, and then specifying the rules and styling the tone. And then there's examples, but fuck that. Or you could provide Claude actually with some examples. Like I've seen people do it for websites, the where they like not tell Claude to copy the fucking website, like, but make it like look better than the website or than the original screenshot that they uploaded. So it just starts updating the website and like basically creates a whole new design, and that's how they use Claude Design. I think that's one of the ways, but that's for like website creation, which I kind of don't know anything about how to get into. And relevant documents in the background into the chat. Um, when to upload your relevant documents or background information in the chat, like to be honest, you could just link a folder whenever, or if you're doing Cloud Code, you could just place the add symbol and um, what's it called? It's gonna pop out like the file that you want to add to the conversation. You could have multiple files to add it to a conversation or a project. By the way, I think. I'm not here to give advice. I'm not here to give advice. And defining the task, like what you want it to do, like I already covered that, and specifying the rules, how you want it to perform, and pulling it together. There's three elements. Those three elements I just listed. Um, Bro, like to be honest with you guys, this fucking the notes that I took should not have taken 15 fucking pages, but this is fucking like this is everything that was on those fucking pages summarized, or sometimes there's some stuff that I just straight copied from the fucking website, and I do provide my opinion in the comment of the Google Docs, so that's me like summarizing it, I guess. But for the stuff that I copy and paste, I usually don't care about, or I don't think that I need to learn, which it is a horrible way to fucking go about things, but whatever. We're already deep. The memory always or automatically saves context from your conversation with Claude, the role preferences, past decisions, and working systems, so you don't have to repeat yourself every time you talk to the fucking AI. That is fucking huge. You could have a set fucking thing in your co-work, and fucking like that thing will just remember like what like your basic things are. You could talk to it about yourself, what you do, what you're specializing it in, and it fucking does it. Like it just knows who you are, and it develops it more and develops it more to the point where it's like as a like you could have it like as a fully trained dude. Like it's fucking crazy. The agents are fucking crazy. I did not think it was this fucking deep. You can customize how it communicates, like every time how do I put this? You can customize the way it communicates, like by just trial and error with it, and just fucking around with Claude, and making it respond in the way that you want it to respond, and it's gonna save that fucking response to its memory. Well, this is why it's huge. It's gonna save that response to its memory, and it's gonna fucking citate that every time you need it. So it's not gonna go dig the fucking web again. It's just gonna know. It's like a second fucking brain. It's not gonna go redig the web, redo the usages. No, it's just gonna pull it up. But your Claude.imd file could get fucking fucked on. But that's why you have projects, so you delegate that Claude.imd file into those projects. Whatever. I like. I feel like this is very beneficial to me to be doing this, but fuck. Whatever. When the response is too short, Claude is get like you could like basically in this is going over like wait, hold on. I left a comment. Basically, going through trial and error and configuring how you want your projects to sound and how you want Claude to respond to you. Basically, what the fuck I just said. I'm a fucking G. I'm a fucking G. Um, they're going over fucking AI fluency, some shit like. There's four laws. I don't think I'm gonna fucking be using them like that religiously. It's delegation, basically like how well this is going over the part where like what you can't give to Claude and what you should, like what you could give to co-work, what you could give to coding, and what you could give to fucking chat. Right? I said chat. No, I don't know. It's delegation, basically what tasks should be done by humans and what should be done. So delegate your tasks before putting them into Claude. But to be honest with you, there isn't a task that you like can't complete with Claude. the chatbot, the fucking co-work, and then the coding just does everything you want. If you want it on the web, it could do it for you. And if you like that's just lit. And description, basically communicate effectively with Claude, which is be well, we fucking went over that already, but be fucking be clear with the have good response or generate good responses and stuff like that. Um, okay, and then there's a thing where they were going through an eval thing, like how to evaluate your assisted work and maintaining transparency. Uh, yeah, this gives you like they give a blueprint for trial and error. Is evaluating Claude for your workflow, understanding where Claude adds the most value to your workflow, identifying the task. Like it's just a whole bullshit that just fucking um. It's just a whole thing where it just drops you like how to like if that task is meant for Claude, which to be like I just said like co-work code and that is gonna and chat is gonna be plentiful for you to do on the web and do basic tasks on your PC or not basic tasks. Well, me speaking, cause I'm speaking like this because like I don't really know what to do with this shit still, but okay. Simple eval approach like give gather examples, collect do 5 to 10 tasks, and regular emails that you report. Create test prompts that would generate similar outputs, like basically like change it up a little bit. Compare outputs and run your prompts and compare them to Claude's responses and then compare them side to side. Mind you, you could add a sub agent to this and it'll review your work with a separate pair of eyes because Claude gets biased towards its own stuff on the same chat. So if you add a sub agent, it's gonna have a new pair of eyes and it's gonna tell you how it is, and you can compare it to that. And whatever, and then like you could ask it to critique itself, like is the tone and the style appropriate, verify everything by yourself, verify everything manually, the that it does in the process. um there was a video, but I don't think I'm gonna get into that. Or there was a bit video, she was basically saying like, this is my words by the way, everything in red that you're gonna see in this fucking folder is my words. Everything in like beige fucking highlighting is fucking what's it called? It's from the the Anthropic's fucking Cloud course. Fuck. So basically, what she's saying in this video, she's going to provide an example of trial and error for future data analysis. Basically, yeah, she just provided like she was just telling Claude to change up the fucking thing like for her example. It was some bullshit. She was doing some math like notes on Excel. That's it, bro. That's it. Um, okay, this is where it's going over fucking everything that like chat is a like basically you could there's a shortcut on your MacBook where you could double tap the options button and it brings it up. You could screenshot that page where you're having difficulties, ask the chat about it, it'll let you know. Chat is just basically like ChatGPT, where it's a step by step where you just ask it a question and it responds to you. Shit's wonderful. And yeah, screenshotting, you could talk to it. There's apps on your MacBook where bro, I don't understand too. That's like crash out, like that's like I have to film a crash out video for you guys after, like thinking everything about this fucking space is so fucking money driven. It's so annoying, bro. Like, what do you mean a fucking voice chat tool with the fucking with like that records and fucking types it out like a transcript tool is fucking $7 a fucking month, bro. Like, what is this, bro? What am I paying for, bro? It's a fucking script. Well, right, tell Claude Code to write. Ooh, okay. Brain is thinking. Cowork basically works alongside you. You train it. You do everything. Don't trust it. Like create double files or create duplicates of files actually, because you don't want it messing up with the original. Even though before every task it will ask you for access to that folder and bullshit like that. But always verify that shit. Always make duplicates of the original and let Claude work in those duplicates and make folders and put those whatever. I digress. This is what I wrote as my comment for the chat part. Basically, a desktop app like ChatGPT where you can look at screenshots and know exactly where you are. Looking at, double tap the options key on the keyboard for the extension, and you can connect to local tools and see what you've been working on your machine. So it's like a second brain. Uh, After diving in a little bit deeper into the course, I don't think it's a second fucking brain. It's a fucking. It's something. It's like. It's just basically the less complex version of Claude. Okay. And Cowork is built for real effort pulling and information gathering. That's where you get those four fucking. Oh, okay. Let me clarify myself. So I think in the chat you only get one agent because that's you step by step talking to them. With Cowork, that's where you get your four fucking sub agents, and then they go research and do bullshit like that for you. Beautiful. That there you go. I think I just solved it. I think I just solved it. Before starting Claude, ask a short set of questions to pin down what you need to scope that information that contains. Like this is just planning it. Folder access points Claude to the folder on your computer. Basic stuff. It's always gonna ask for verification and always gonna it's always gonna ask for edit. But there is a bypass feature that's for Claude coding. That's where you could bypass the it's saying it asking you what to do and just fucking does it. It's a yes man basically. Scheduling a task. If you schedule a task, let's say if you have something automated like a fucking like you want to check your fucking it checks your email every fucking Friday at 9 a.m. and your computer isn't fucking on at 9 a.m. All it's gonna fucking do is just basically the next time you fucking turn on your fucking computer or your laptop where you have that system set up, gonna do it in the background and fucking do it for you. That's what basically scheduling a fucking task is. Like it doesn't wake up the fucking computer and fucking makes it do it. It just next time you open it, it does it. Sub agents, background workers that Claude signs up to handle its parts tasks. So like without the main task, it just goes on and does more research, does more things. Useful agents, love them. Um, yeah, talking about dispatch. Browsers use Connect Claude. There's a Claude Chrome where there's the thing called connectors. The connectors are basically fucking. How would I explain connectors? It's just like, let's say like you can connect fucking what? You can connect Slack to your fucking Claude, and then your Claude will like collaborate with the fucking Slack. Like you could ask it to summarize the fucking like how the group chat was fucking feeling on Friday, like some bullshit like that, some tasks like that. What Claude Chrome does basically does that, but it fucking it's on your Chrome. It does it. It does it for your website. Why am I fucking like? Why am I like thinking about it like I didn't just write it yesterday? Yeah, like yeah, plugins, Claude capabilities. It doesn't have on its own. Like you add it. Like it's like skills. Oh, plugins are like a fucking group of skills. What am I saying? It's a group of skills. A skill is something that you like train Claude to do that it knows what like let's say something like really repetitive, you program it or like you tell Claude to write a code, you don't program shit. You tell Claude to do the code, it makes it a skill and sometimes you have to do those skills like trial and error with them, but once you get them working, once you have a couple of them, that's called a plugin. And with that like basically it works so you could fit the interface. Basically what you need done is going to be done by Claude. um just going into like the features and stuff like that. This is all on the Google Docs. The projects are key features because it allows you to drop in documents in specific projects, which enables Claude to read them and know more knowledge about the project that you're working on. Key takeaways: project your self-contained workspace with their own memory, chat history, and knowledge based on the. Yeah. Okay. I don't know about this, but fucking I know on Claude Code that you need to compact some of the stuff that it does, but I don't know if the Claude.md file just fucking compacts itself. That's gonna be maybe it's in the notes here. That would be a good thing for me to look for right now. Project knowledge enhances Claude's understanding. Basically, saves it into a memory about what topic what's your project about. Projects can be like getting to a like it's some bullshit. Like you could just have a project for anything. And yeah, relevant files and documents that Claude can reference and just come back. Like, so it won't be like, oh, like, let me fucking search the fucking web again. Like, fuck. Like, it's gonna be like, oh, I know this already. Boom, here you fucking go. There you go. Best explanation ever. Whoa. Best explanation for what was just talking. Jesus. Um, Artifacts. Artifacts are standalone inactive outputs that Claude creates in a dedicated window alongside your conversation. Instead of getting a long block of code and text in chat, you see content rendered and used and ready to use. Whether that's a working website or an interactive chart or documents. So basically, all it's saying is that wait, it automatically creates an artifact when content meets a criteria. It's significant and self-sustained, typically over 15 lines. It's something that you're likely to want to edit, iterate, or use. Memory, going back into the memory. It represents complex contents and stands on its own within meeting the surrounding conversations, contents you will want reference to or use later. Code snippets, working code in any programming language, you can view the code copy or download it by using your project. The HTML, the web pages, SVG image. Oh my fucking god. So, okay, this is what it is. It's just basically anything that you input, instead of like Claude showing you that shit on the screen, basically creates a fucking artifact, and then it could that artifact could get referenced, and it could fucking go off on that. Creating your first artifact can be simple as just having a conversations, break down an interactive dashboard that lets me see my monthly expenses. Claude doesn't automatically create an artifact. You can just ask for this artifact or show me this in my artifact portfolio or problem or oh, Claude is just that's what they're calling an artifact. Okay, 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 okay. So when you're using Claude, it's gonna make it like a step-by-step process, and it's gonna make a like it's like a little window in the fucking like right corner on the top right, and those are artifacts. Like it's like a skill that it's gonna reference and know how to do. Basically, like it doing it by themselves is gonna know how to do them. Sorry, vape break. Mm, it's going on to skills. Skills is what you teach, learn, what you teach Claude to use. Like, oh well, let's see. What are skills? Skills are folders of instructions and scripts that resource Claude dynamic to improve performance and specialize the tasks. So let's say you have something repetitive that you want to do. The skill could have a script for it, and then like it could do it for you. Or it's a whole different fucking thing. It's a whole different topic from. There's a whole topic about it that like is going further into the detail later on in the course. And Claude interview about workflow, asking things like what you should do the skill makes sense. No, it's like whatever. Connectors, I already explained connectors. The model concept protocol, the MCPs, a universal standard that allows Claude to connect to many different applications through a single. Basically, fucking, you could consider Claude Chrome and MCP, I guess. That's what I would explain it to. Using you could use connectors like there's like Notion, Google Drive, and stuff like that. um okay, research transforms how Claude finds analysis and information. Instead of single search, Claude several agents. I said four. It could be several, I guess. Claude's research delivers comprehensive answers in minutes, usually five to 15. Through more complex investigations, it can take up 45. But the fucking dopest part about this is that it's gonna search the whole fucking web and gonna be lit. It's gonna be the answer, the most definitive. It's not gonna be definitive. It's gonna be having like four different fucking answers. Whatever. It's like if you want to do research on your competitor, on your fucking like stuff like that. What is research? Research is basically basically it's not a chatbot, but it becomes a sort of an internet browser where it gives you points from many different angles instead of just one. Like I said, same thing. Think this is what I wrote. This is in my opinion. I put it in red, but it's not a comment. Think about how Mike was in Suits and how he was like for the first few seasons. Okay, think about it like this. You know how like if you guys ever watched the show Suits, like for the first few episodes, this motherfucker Mike, like they had him using his fucking brain to just do doc review and shit like that, and basically like after him doing that, like he learned and he leveled up. Same thing with Claude. Think and basically think about it as not a quick answer but throughout understanding like what you need to put together for comparing different perspectives and synthesizing findings into an actionable insight. When to use research for comprehensive reports like I listed, in-depth chart analysis, comparative analysis, or something that would require you typically hours of work. Boom. I'm not gonna get into how research works because this video is getting a little too long. And some stuff that I shared or the key stuff that I took away or that I want to work on is after finishing this course, after I want to dive into more skills and stuff like that and mark on to do's and implement some skills that they were talking about, like connections and feeling my connection and figuring out what I need to do in the Claude's upcoming days. Okay, so after a day or so diving in deeper into that fucking course, I fucking could. I skills are important. You could develop them fuckers. like I've seen like there's GitHub people that already post the finishing skills. You could develop your own skill. You could change up a skill by using the slash memory command in the Claude dot m like basically a fucking skill is just a separate Claude.md file that it just fucking runs on. It has a script, whatever it has. It's gonna have a Claude.md file. I'm sure of it. That's what I think that I learned. But yeah, this was the fucking end of my fucking nose. This was a fucking long fucking video. The fucking sun is down. Jesus, these videos are gonna take fucking forever. And imagine if I didn't have my sound on. This is gonna be fucking crazy. But yeah, before I blow my brains, I'm a very happy person. This was a joke, but yeah, I'll go check. But have a good one. Hopefully, pray. Love you guys.